Welcome back, LordsMobile fans. Thank you very much for joining me for our latest KvK video. And starting this one off, we are matched up with quite a bad kingdom in Kingdom 582. It's got a couple of big Chinese guilds, but honestly, it looks like it's going to be a pretty dead matchup. So we've gone ahead and set a YOLO rally on this guy. The monster, the bringer of destruction, PJC coming in with this one and actually managing to burn this guy. He was over 600 mil, now down to 593. He had 14.8 million troopers, definitely not shy on troops. He took 3.5 million reds, and as you can see there, he had plenty of T4 and more than enough T2 to cap that rally. It was an infantry headbutt, but he didn't have his leader. We got his scout and he actually sheltered his leader like an absolute lemon. Not only that, you can see there he did have a green boomster and a blue chaos dragon on his wall. So what an absolute lemon he was with those wall heroes and actually sheltering his leader. And hopefully we will get another hit on that guy to get some more points. A really awesome way to start, and we did not think that guy was going to burn. So moving on, 416 mil, we have the monster Sooner coming in with this one. Very much hoping to get some more points. We're probably going to get capped here. This guy has taken full reigns, but we're just going to be chucking out these YOLOs nevertheless because it looks like a relatively dry matchup. We need to take advantage of all of these castles being in fury early on, and it's just the way we roll. So Sooner does get capped, dropping him down to 395 mil, and there goes Sooner's leader, but we won't mind that. 4.5 killed in ninja troopers, some really good points early on following that PJC rally. And now we have Labia coming in on the guy that sheltered his leader. He is 608 million might, and we're very much hoping that he still keeps his leader in the shelter. Obviously we know now he has got a lot of troopers, or he did have a lot more, and we are just hoping to come in, cause a little bit more damage and get some more points early on. And fair play to him, doesn't actually burn on that one, drops down to 594 mil, so quite possibly he did take his leader out of the shelter for that one, but still takes 4.5 million casualties, and we do get the walk back. So let's have a look. And of course the reinforcements definitely help with that one. He stayed in infantry formation, but he didn't unshelter his leader. So he still took this one leaderless like a lemon, and he took a lot more T2 losses, but fair play to his guild, they definitely helped him out. I would be very curious to ask him if I was his guildmate, where is your leader and why have you not got it out? But nevertheless, moving on to another PJC YOLO. This guy's gear was not looking very good at all. He was in fury. There it is, not too good at all. So he's in fury, we see that fire burning, and the bringer of destruction again with another really awesome hit early on, dropping him down to 378 mil. Really beautiful there by PJC. And it doesn't look like he had many troopers, only a 48 million might drop with 2.9 killed and injured troopers. So that was a really good hit from my man PJC, and despite the fact he didn't have too many troopers, really glad he didn't just hide them, because he definitely could have done only 2.9 million troops. He did hide his leader, he had 3.1 and we left 200k behind, which another guild from our kingdom came in and smacked in a rally, rest in peace Carpets, but we were scrapping over all the targets here because there's so little targets going around. All of the guilds from our kingdoms were setting on everyone, so we got a few rallies set on this guy, hoping to see him burn off the wonder from our rally, preferably 529 million might. His gear isn't all that great. Once again, we have the machine PJC coming in and burning this guy off of the wonder beautifully. Excited to have a look at this report. And he had 14.3 million troopers. He takes 3.5 million reds, even a bit of T5 up there, maybe some reinforcements, but still not good enough and getting burnt off the wonder. What a monster PJC is. And moving on to the next clip, we have a cheeky little Gryphon pool in the LeB kingdom, the guild that I created for a bit of fun, and now we are actually doing really well 2 weeks in, and we've got matched up with a terrible kingdom. It is the AOW kingdom, the BZR, and all of those crazy guilds, LX as well. So on this one, this is just a pure T2 and a T1 Gryphon pool, but still, because there was 20 marches of it, I actually managed to get a nice amount of points. So let's have a look. 20 marches of T2 and T1 equals 7.4 million points. Probably not worth it for the resource that I lost, but I got a cute message to say, we do not fall for Gryphon traps from AOW, and here they are falling for a Gryphon trap, or this guy definitely is. He's sending T5, so pulling the troops home, hitting that homer bind, the troops come rushing home, getting ready to random relocate away, hoping that he does not recall. I didn't manage to cap him because I only got 1.5 million troops. I should have 2.1. Been joining a lot of war rallies, so I need to rebuild a little bit, but still getting some awesome points from a couple of marches of T5, despite the fact he did get the war back on one of them. And so on one march he got 50k T5 wounded, and on the other march he got actually almost 100k dead there, so really big inconvenience as it all cost Lunite, as you know. So it was cool to get that message saying that they do not fall for Gryphon traps, and then not long later actually making them fall for a Gryphon trap. It's pretty easy and it did make me smile. So moving on, we have another Gryphon pool here. This is in the SM Kingdom, and this will probably be the best Gryphon pool that I get, this KvK. And actually here I am going to be trying to set up a Gryphon victim for the guild. I did manage to cap 3 of them, one of which was just over 800 mils, so my man Ranger, absolute fearless, he's going to be running a rally on this guy, and we're pretty sure we're going to get capped, but hoping to at least cause some damage, and either way we will get some points, even if it is minimal points. But let's just have a flick through these reports, and you can see someone sending 370k marches of T4. That is a big ouchie, and these guys genuinely had no clue what was about to happen. I guess they have got no clue what a Gryphon trap even is, or they just felt way too confident, getting way too greedy. So here comes the Ranger rally, the absolute beast Ranger coming in, and fair play to this guy, 823 mil, he is leaderless. But you got to imagine 823 mil, he is a fat boy, probably got a fat boy troop comp. Obviously I was really hoping to see some sort of positive result, but he randomed away, he took it, and he took it extremely well, barely any losses, and to be honest it was really impressive capping that convincingly. He must just be a fat boy, and a brilliant job by Ranger, even giving it a go, stepping up to the challenge. You win some, you lose some, and that one we lost, but fair play for even giving it a go. Moving on, we've got this 290 mil guy on an island. He's now got 5 or 6 SizeMatters solos coming at him, so it's really interesting. Still not swapping gear, he left his gear swap really late. Finally, Lone Wolf comes in and actually gets capped, drops him 7 mil, he still hasn't swapped gear, so really weird, he left the gear swap so late. There's the gear swap. Sooner comes in and smashes him down to 265 mil. I don't think he was expecting such a big hit there. 18 million might drop, 517k res, a really juicy hit. Really interesting troop comp for some sort of solo trap baiting thing, whatever he's trying to go for there. But still, other marches coming in and getting capped, fair play to him, getting lots of points, what a legend. Even giving it a go, sat on the island, Sooner speeding home, hoping to get another march in. Everyone coming in and getting capped. And then Hardy comes in, the beast, gets him burning again, down to 248. I think he healed quickly there, probably in his beds trying to heal. Now Sooner's coming in again and he pops the bubble, and I think I would as well. By that point, he's got some nice caps in there, but he's also burnt twice, and he took a really big hit from Sooner on that first burn. So that was a really awesome experience. And here I am on the solo trap, which is not really a solo trap anymore, but nevertheless, 180 mil. This guy still wants to give it a go, switching into the real gear, and he is sending a range march, which was pretty decent because I was sat in infantry formation, but it wouldn't have really mattered. He had some pretty decent range gear, to be fair to him. Not the most overpowered, but still fair play for giving it a go. He gave me 112k wounded, bless his little heart, and he definitely tried. It was awesome to get a solo on the solo trap, which isn't a solo trap anymore, for probably the last time until it becomes a proper little rain trap thingy. So these guys were getting rallied XTC, and I moved in next to them hoping that they would be dumb enough just to fall for a Gryphon trap that which is literally just ported in right next to them on purpose. Unfortunately, what I didn't do here was check my formation. I am actually in infantry formation, pulling the troops home, randomly relocating away, and actually I've dropped a fair bit of might there, and I'm thinking, oh, something's gone wrong, and I got burned by this guy. He sent a full T5 cavalry march with some familiars as well, and he took 111k reds, but he did actually fill my beds and ended up putting some of my troopers into the sanctuary, which was pretty cool. It's a bit different to burn on a Gryphon pool, love that. And I gave him a load of T5 wounded and a load of T5 reds, so it was really awesome awesome, getting some points from actually porting in next to them and then being silly enough to fall for it even though they've watched me port in. And we have another Gryphon trap on the baby Gryphon in the LeB kingdom. This guy is just farming me right next to me, deciding to pull the troops home, and I actually managed to cap this guy. I had no idea he was either sending his leader, but apparently just as I ran and relocated away, he sent another march and it had his leader, and appropriately chucking out his sad face. And we have missed a YOLO from the gorgeous little Pew Pew. He was 781 million might. She chucked out a cavalry rally and actually burnt this guy, and that is a pretty awesome burn considering the might. So now we have the incredible Labia, who's coming in on this guy's 786 mil. So we've already seen the fire burn from our gorgeous little Pew Pew, and now hopefully we will see the fire burn again from Labia, and we do. All the way down to 711 million might. That is an absolute monster of a hit, and in a dry KvK like this, hits like this are what we are dreaming about. 75 million might drop, over 3 million reds, and this guy getting caught in fury with a troop comp like that. Look at all of that T1 at the bottom, barely any T2, lots of T4, even a little bit of T5 at the top, but just absolutely crazy troop comp to get caught in fury. And you just seen a notification saying that my Gryphon trap was being rallied in the LeB kingdom, which was a little bit weird because I knew I was empty, so happy to just carry on recording this. But now you see Labia getting capped on the solo, so dropping down 5 mil. Ego comes in and rescues him, dropping him down a really big amount there. Let's have a look. So that's a 5.4 million drop on the first hit, 428k wounded and 121k reds. Really nice there, giving him a little bit more damage and getting some more points. That's what it's all about. Obviously his fury is going to run out. That is why they are trying the solos. A 14.5 million drop on his second hit. Now we're getting somewhere. And I really can't imagine what this guy was thinking. He burnt from a single rally from a gorgeous little Pew Pew, then again from the amazing Labia, and now he's being soloed. Yeah, he's getting some points from capping some of them, but still getting knocked down, losing more troopers that he never wanted to lose. And finally his fury ends. He gets to sit in the bubble, and fair play to him. Now moving on, you saw earlier I got a notification that I was being rallied, and I got rallied by Cheesy Puffs. Cheesy Puffs. And so my Gryphon trap was empty, and he didn't bother scouting it. They hit the rally into an empty castle. They did actually capture my leader because I forgot to shelter my leader like the lemon I am. And actually them running a rally on my empty Gryphon trap ended up to be a really awesome thing, because then of course they started farming the resource. A few of them were a little bit skeptical about sending T4, but a couple of them were sending T4 no worries. So a couple of them did manage to recall, but I recalled the troops, pulled the troops home with the homeward bind, and then I got a few marches of T4 from LX. So that is a real treat. Just around 7 or 8 million points, and I'm not going to be mad about that. It was a really difficult matchup for us, as you can imagine. And in the last march he did get a walk back. He actually did send his leader, and again I of course am leaderless at this point. I've only got 1.6 million troopers. You should have about 2.1 to be a max hideable trap, but thank you LX for the points. That is a little treat there towards the end. And jumping back over to the SizeMatters kingdom, we have the Gryphon trap about to have a good time once again. Over 10 marches coming at me, hitting the homeward bind, pulling the troopers home, getting ready to random relocate away. You know the score. And now pulling in all of those marches, and a lot of them actually had, or a few of them at least, had a 50% army size boost running, which is a real treat. And that guy ported into my spot. He had another march coming at him, but he did not relocate away quick enough. Big sad face. That guy lost over 70 million might. He lost 7 marches of 250k T4. Really incredible amount of losses there. This guy hitting a 50% boost, and AF9 with a guild that fell for the Gryphon trap at the start of KvK. So really crazy coming in and falling for it twice. And moving on, we have a legend from my guild LeB come over, and actually I think this is a rain trap, to be honest with you. Matt has got this awesome account here. I don't believe it's a solo trap, but I could be wrong. But anyway, T1S have chucked out 1,000,001 solos, giving him a load of points. Unfortunately I didn't manage to record it, but a big shout out for capping all of those bad boys. What a legend. And same scenario here, yet another legend in my guild getting soloed loads by the BZR family, capturing all of those leaders, and some of them hit pretty hard. He did take a little bit of losses, but genuinely not too many. Dropped down just under 20 million might. He did a little bit of rebuilding, and he kept all of those leaders. He's now sat there with all of LX surrounding him, So you can guess what's about to happen. All of these LX players are going to chuck out a solo, and fair play to them for even giving it a go. Pretty obvious he can take a fair few solos with that BZR leaders, and now he's switching into gear, he's taken a few of them, he's dropped down a little bit, and he randoms away. What a boss. And look at that collection, what a collection that is. And still more of them are porting in, chucking out the solos. Even a castle level 24 giving it a go apparently. Not sure if he actually sent his leader. But again, look at all of those prisoners. That is such a treat. All of those glorious points for LeB. And a big shout out to PD. He's got a main account, like I say, in the financial family. And he is an absolute beast. What a legend, taking all of those hits. And he got one hell of a payday, that is for sure. Moving on into the results for SizeMatters, everyone pulling together, making the best of a really dead KvK, a really poor 1v1 matchup, and actually getting 9th in the Kingdom solo war ranking, really not too bad. And SizeMatters coming in strong, getting a 4th place finish in the Kingdom, being the best guild in 542. Moving on to the LeB results, we have got Matt well up there at the top, just behind Woody of all people. Such an unfair matchup, really crazy. And he managed to get a massive 171 mil. You got PD there as well, managing to get 138 mil. And if we scroll down, we find the baby Gryphon at 48th place with a very respectable 58 million score. Not bad at all, and a really big shout out to everyone at LeB putting in such a brilliant performance. Only just over 50 members in the guild managed to get 609 million guild score. Honestly incredible, and a big shout out to all of these legends coming over and giving it a go. Really amazing performance. So proud. It really cannot be said enough. And I hope you have enjoyed this KvK. It's been a bit of a mix-up. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe, and I will see you very soon in the next one.